morning, and welcome to the Daily Tip, February 4th, I think is what we're doing now. Of course, same outfit. Last squirrel, I promise you, but you have to see this one because I think he's pretty up there as my favorite. Okay, check him out. Can you see him? Not only is he spectacular, and it's a Jonathan Adler creation, this right here, right? I have no idea what you put in here because there's hardly any storage. But it's fantastic. Love it oh so much. So that's it. That's the end of my dorky display that I'm going to show you of my ceramic squirrels. How you doing? How's your week going? My week, I think, is going spectacular because I'm in Vegas right now. But I will tell you this, just because I'm in Vegas does not mean that I have downtime. Oh no, my friends. It is busy, 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 busy. As a matter of fact, one of the things that happens when I travel is that you meet the people that live in that town, and usually they ask you what you think of their town, and I always feel bad because I never get a chance to see the town, or rarely get a chance to see the town, because what I usually see is the airport, and then the drive from the airport to the hotel, and that's pretty much it. As opposed to kind of hanging out and checking the town out, getting to know the local flavor and color, which is what I would love to do. I love to do. My dream is to be able to have one of those Airstream trailers, those kind of silver bullet ones, and just totally trick it out on the inside, all the comforts of home, and have at least a month off, if not more, and drive cross country all over America, and with no plan, no game plan, and just kind of stop in a town or a place that catches my eye that I've always wanted to go to, and hang out, kind of, see what's going on, visit places, and meet the people, and eat the food. Yeah, the food. That's the big part. And then check out, local thrift stores and all the interesting places to go, and have no plan about when I'm going to leave. So when it feels like, yeah, I think I should be going now, get back on the road and go. That is a dream. I would love to do that. But right now, that is not the reality. The reality is that, I'm going to Vegas for work, which, no complaints, it's all fantastic, but don't really get a chance to take in a show and, do the stuff that people do when they're in Vegas. And I'm not a big gambler, but every once in a while you like to maybe, play the slots now and then. Don't even have time to do that. Okay, let's get to tip of the day. Tip of the day is, if you're not sure about color pairings, use the same color but in different hues throughout the room. This is really simple because one of the questions that always comes up is, how do I make colors and patterns and all these things that I love when I'm in stores work for me in my home and make them feel like they're cohesive? And people have tried in the past to do it and they feel sort of intimidated by it, or they feel that it doesn't work. One of the easiest and most fail-safe ways to decorate a room, if you do have that challenge, or you don't want to use too many patterns and colors, is to pick one or two colors that you love and just repeat them. People always think that an all-white room can be really dull and boring, and nothing is further from the truth. Because, as you know, when I say the color blue, everyone watching this is going to have a different visual of what that blue is. And probably no two people are going to have the same exact hue, because there's so many variations on a color. So if you pick a color or two that you love and you want to use in your room as the background or as the way that you're going to decorate, then you have all these different hues to choose from when you're layering that room. So you can do one white on a wall, you can add a different type of creamy white or off-white in drapes or in upholstery or in pillows or in lampshades or in a rug. It just goes on and on and on. So if you decorate that way, you kind of can't go wrong at all, because you're staying within a very cohesive color palette. And then if you're feeling a little risky and daring, you can throw in some texture and pattern and accessories and really make it all come together. Okay, so we have a question from Jill in Canton, Ohio. Hey, Jill in Canton, Ohio, how are ya? And her question is kind of along the lines of what we're talking about. She says, I have a very neutral room, and I'm interested in playing up the things that I love and want to add texture, color, and pattern. How can I do that without spending a lot of money and making a huge impact? Okay, here's the deal, Joe. this is where you can have fun. This is the part where there are almost no rules, and you can break the rules and still go back and change those rules. Because if you have got a foundation, which sounds like you do, and in the future, if you guys want to send me pictures, that's awesome too. And some of you do, which is fantastic. If you have a foundation that you love, but it's fairly neutral, you can bring in all the accents and all the accessories through pillows, through lampshades, rugs, drapes, vases, stuff that you love, things that you've collected, picture frames, mirrors. And this is stuff that is fairly easy to play with because we're not talking about big pieces of furniture. And I always recommend that people start with the small stuff. So go out and get yourself a couple of accent pillows that are easy to return if you don't like them, but go out and get them in styles, colors, and sizes that you normally would be afraid of, that you find attractive and appealing, but you're not sure how you will ever use them. Get them this time. Get them and place them in your room, place them on your sofa, place them on your love seat or your chair, and train your eye to see how things are kind of melding together. What is standing out in a good way? What is standing out so much so that it feels like it's not cohesive to everything else that's going on? And as you start to play with those kind of things, like accents with pillows, you'll start to get a sense of what's working, but you'll also build your own self-confidence with your designer eye, if you want to call it that. I don't know why people call it your designer eye, but it's that one eye that you have. But you'll know in your gut what's working. And then start layering that with other things, like changing out a lampshade, like bringing in a new rug or drapes, or pulling things from other parts of your home and sort of shopping within your home and playing with that in the space that you want to change. Changing it up through accessories is one of the easiest things to do, and it's also the stuff that doesn't feel like a giant commitment, so you don't have to worry about, oh man, I don't want to return this big giant sofa. You stick a pillow in the car, you take it back to the store. But that's the only way to really know what's working. You can't plan it out on a piece of paper. You just can't. You've got to get in there and touch and feel and move and do. Okay, I hope that helps, Jill. Thanks again for joining us right here. By us, I mean me. Right here on the Daily Tip. Hey, one day, right here in my living room, maybe I'll have a live studio audience. Who knows? One day, anything could happen. Coffee for all. Ceramic squirrels all around. Everyone gets a ceramic squirrel. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.